Everybody is asking one strong question right now, and I will answer it in the clearest way possible. If the terrorism charges were dropped at some point, why is Nnamdi Kanu still behind bars today? Please like this video right now and subscribe to this channel because I am about to break this down in a simple and professional way that everybody can understand. Let us go straight into the real gist. There was a time when a major court decision created serious excitement across the country. A higher court ruled that the charges should not stand in the way they were presented at that time. Many people heard only one sentence from that moment. Charges dropped. Once people hear those two words, they immediately expect freedom. They expect release. They expect the person to walk out of custody immediately. But the legal system does not always move in a straight line like that. Please like this video and subscribe because this is where many people get confused. In the Nigerian legal system, cases can move from one court to another. When a lower court or even an appeal court makes a ruling, the government has the right to challenge that ruling at a higher court. And when the matter reaches the highest court, that court has the power to reverse what was decided earlier. That is exactly what happened in this situation. So yes, there was a moment when it looked like the case had collapsed. But that moment was not the end of the legal journey. The matter moved upward. And when the highest court looked at it, the decision changed the direction of the case again. The highest court ruled that the trial should continue. That ruling brought the case back into full legal process. Please like this video and subscribe if you are following carefully because this is very important. Now let us simplify it further. Think of it like this. Imagine a football match where the referee gives a decision and then the decision is reviewed by VAR. If VAR changes it, the game continues based on the new decision. In law, when the Supreme Court speaks, that becomes the final authority. So once that ruling came, the trial process continued. Now, fast forward, the case did not stop at that stage. Court sessions continued. Arguments were presented. Evidence was reviewed. Legal teams on both sides did the work. And eventually, a judgment was delivered. That judgment resulted in a conviction and a sentence. Yeah, and that means the matter moved from charges to judgment. Please like this video and subscribe because many people are still holding on to the old headline and ignoring the newer developments. When someone is convicted by a court of competent jurisdiction, that person remains in custody unless another court changes that outcome. That is the simple explanation. So when people ask, why is he still behind bars? The direct answer is because there is now a conviction in place and the legal system is still ongoing through appeal. Now let me explain something else clearly. An appeal does not automatically mean release. Many people believe once a lawyer files an appeal, the prison doors open immediately. That is not how it works. Appeal is a legal process where a higher court reviews whether the lower court made errors. That review takes time. During that time, unless bail is granted under special conditions, the person remains in custody. Please like this video and subscribe because understanding this part is very important. This case has become more than just a courtroom matter. It carries political weight, it carries emotional weight, it carries regional and national attention. Whenever a case has this level of attention, every single court decision becomes headline news, and headlines do not always carry the full timeline. The phrase charges dropped became popular because it was dramatic, it was powerful, it was emotional. But what many people did not follow closely was what happened after that. When the higher court intervened and allowed the trial to proceed, that shifted the legal position again. Then when the conviction came later, that shifted it further. Please like this video and subscribe as we continue. Now let us talk about the human side of this story. There are supporters who believe strongly that this is a matter of fairness and justice. There are critics who believe strongly that this is a matter of national security and law enforcement. And there are ordinary citizens who simply want stability and peace in the country. These three groups are all reacting to the same case, but from different emotional positions. That is why every ruling produces mixed reactions. One side celebrates, another side questions it. Another side waits quietly to see what happens next. The legal process is still moving. When a conviction is delivered, the next step is appeal.
The appeal court will examine whether the trial court followed due process. Did the judge apply the law correctly? Was the evidence handled properly? Were constitutional rights respected? These are the kinds of questions that appeal courts look at. Please like this video and subscribe because the appeal stage is now the major focus. Let me break this down in even simpler English. Step 1. Charges were challenged. Step 2. A court made the ruling that seemed to clear the way for release. Step 3. The highest court reversed that direction and ordered the trial to continue. Step 4. The trial ended in conviction. Step 5. Appeal has been filed. That is the timeline. So if you are hearing someone say, but the charges were dropped, you can calmly respond and say, yes, that happened at one stage. But later, court decisions changed the legal position. Please like this video and subscribe if this explanation is helping you understand better. Another important point is that high-profile cases often go through multiple judges and multiple hearings. They do not end quickly. They move step by step. Each step can take months or even years. That is why the story keeps resurfacing in the news again and again. Let us also consider something important. In cases that involve national security concerns, courts are usually very careful. The legal system takes extra caution. That means decisions are reviewed thoroughly. That also means the process can be long. Please like this video and subscribe because we are still going deeper. Many people also ask whether political dialogue could play a role. That is another conversation entirely. Sometimes in history, complex national matters are resolved not only through courts, but also through political negotiation. But as of now, the matter is still in the legal channel. The current legal reality is simple. There is a conviction in place and an appeal is ongoing. Until a higher court overturns that conviction or grants a different order, the custody status remains. Let me say it again clearly so there is no confusion. The reason he is still behind bars is not because the system ignored a court order. It is because the legal situation changed after that earlier ruling. The highest court allowed the trial to proceed, and the trial resulted in conviction. Please like this video and subscribe because clarity is very important in moments like this. Now, let me ask you something important. Do you think the appeal will change the outcome? Do you believe the courts will maintain the conviction? Or do you think there will be another twist in this long legal journey? Drop your respectful opinion in the comments. Remember, this is not just about one individual. It reflects how the legal system works, how appeals function, and how complex national issues unfold over time. Please like this video and subscribe again if you value balanced and clear explanation without confusion. The story is still developing. Appeals can take time. Legal arguments will be presented again. Judges will examine the case records, and eventually another ruling will come. When that happens, it will again reshape the public conversation. For now, the headline question has one straight answer. Even though there was a stage when charges were dropped,
later, legal decisions reversed that direction and the case moved forward to conviction. That is why the detention continues.